like talking stage. That's like talking stage,
right.
in my opinion.
You know, like y'all just matched together.
Right,
Like,
right.
Hey,
we didn't just
partner
match
is
together. We
hey,
put
what's
some hard
name?
work put into this.
What is name?
He's
Your
my business partner.
partner.
Oh,
You
right.
feel me?
Yes.
That's a partner.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? A
Right.
partner can be here today and gone tomorrow.
Right. I guess it's different from my perspective because my girlfriend is also my business partner.
Yeah.
So but she's also my future wife too, because
Yeah.
that's who I'm truly gonna marry
Yeah.
once I get to this certain threshold that we talked
Let's
about.
get it.
Love you, baby.
Let's get it. I love it. Listen,
But
I push for marriage.
yeah, but
Me
I'm
too.
truly down because I'm all about love.
You will get
But before we get to there, we have to have a certain level before we jump to that status, right?
Y'all been a minute, right?
Yeah,
Y'all been
it's
grinding
been-
for a
yes.
minute. My thing is when you find somebody that's on the same page as you
Mhm.
and y'all want the same things, I don't see the problem with it. You know what I'm saying? You know y'all locked in. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I don't see the problem with it. Don't wait on the money because y'all gonna get it regardless together anyway. You know what I'm saying? The point is to get somebody that you can see yourself growing with. You know what I'm saying? Don't try and get it and then do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all growing together anyway. The growing not gonna stop once y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Right.
gonna keep growing. Now you just know y'all solidified. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You know what
I
I'm saying? Y'all know
appreciate that.
y'all know
I
I
really
be
do.
talking my shit on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. But you got something? You want to bring up? I know you had something in your pocket.
I had a couple of things. I know we talked about vulnerability, but I also want to talk about the emotional intelligence of women because we always talk about guys, but when do you know when you're because I talk about when we were talking about earlier that guys when they become vulnerable, women know how to cut. When we give them the access to that vulnerability, you guys have access to shut us down. You guys have access to cut us deeper
Like a
than
knife,
anybody
and
can
they
ever
will
do.
use it when.
And I've been through these experiences where women, I give not women. I'm sorry, my situation where I give vulnerability, and it's like sometimes you might get used against me, and it's like I gave you the access that I don't give anybody else.
So what's an example of
So
Definitely.
yeah,
All right,
okay.
so
using it against you? Because it might not be using it against you, but more of trying to point out your wrongs to better it.
No, so my thing is, say that I have a situation where something didn't go your way, and you got emotional about it, and you say something very hurtful towards me, but it was out of emotion. You didn't really mean it, but I gave you the access for me to feel it.
They took something vulnerable and
That
threw
you
it back in your face
Right.
and they became
that's what
upset.
it did.
Yes,
Got you.
yes, and it's like, oh wow, what I gave you the access, babe. Why are you doing this? Because I don't give everybody that access.
Right.
You were my
Are you asking? And the
solid.
question is, why do women do that?
Yes. Why is it when we give you this access, you find a way to make us almost regret it? It's like, whoa, you're not
Okay.
like everybody.
Devil's advocate.
I'm listening.
I don't know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you presented yourself to be vulnerable to that woman, did you do this with the table being clean? Or you began to be vulnerable when the table was dirty? Meaning you were vulnerable and there was no problems and you was just opening up and being yourself? Or did you become vulnerable because some shit hit the fan and now it's like, okay, now I want to show you who I am a little bit.
She left me hanging.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. She hit the spot.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, at what point did you show that vulnerability? Can you tell me that way I can give you that answer?
So for instance, because I'm not talking about the relationship now, but in my past relationships, it was more so because I don't really like to dwell on things. I don't like to. I'm not the type of guy to have, like you were saying, have things where things are dirty. I'm not the type of guy like that.
Okay.
I'm the type of guy that the table's always gonna be full and always gonna be clean, right? And from that, I'm not bringing my vulnerability to a dirty table.
So with that being said, that woman that presented that to you and threw that back in your face because she fucked up is a woman that can't take her own accountability and can't say, you know what, I fucked up.
But
Versus just saying, you know what, you did this last time and you told me this and this. She can't accept her own accountability.
but
So she threw it back on you
Right.
to
Right.
make you feel guilty and take
So she
the
felt
smoke off her.
shameless. So now I was okay. Let me think about some shit that'll throw him off. The goal was to really just to throw you off, but I don't know what
So-
they did in that moment. But she couldn't take accountability.
No.
Well, most of the times that happen when they can't take accountability for what they did.
And I can agree with that to a degree, but one thing I do want to ask the question that kind of leads into that: who do you think is more verbally abusive, men or women?
Women.
Right? What would y'all say?
I say women.
Depends.
Right.
I think it depends.
It all
It
Damn.
depends
So
on
all
who you
right.
are.
So before, all right. So you say depends, and you said women. You
I say
said-
naturally it's
right,
women.
because
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is going back to what you said.
Mhm.
What women will do is they'll catalog shit. So when you show those vulnerabilities, it's in the back of their head. So let's say y'all get into an argument. They can't whoop your ass,
Oh, definitely.
but what they gonna do is
They gonna
You
cut
gonna
you.
cut you.
They gonna cut you.
Bitch, that's why this
Right.
is.
They
We
gonna
like,
slice,
damn,
slice.
And you know
That's
what?
what we doing.
That's verbal
That's-
abuse,
yeah,
and that can make
that's-
somebody feel low as shit.
Exactly. And here's my thing. You can fall down, cut your knee. You're not gonna remember how much it hurt a year from now.
No.
But the way somebody said something to you,
True.
you're gonna remember that shit forever.
They act like
So
Superman.
you know what I'm saying? So
Especially
that's-
somebody you in love with.
Yeah,
or you
Yeah.
love,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. They
yeah.
like you could have had one bad performance one night. Your ass can't even get it up. You like, damn.
Yeah, that
The
hurt.
10,000, you feel me? The 10,000 other times I done blew your back out. Now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they'll use that. Why was you raising your hand?
No, because when you said
Here we go.
Hello, yeah.
my bad, don't do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Back to what you said, you have to counterpart it with women. What was your counterpart? Because I just lost it.
What? Are more verbally abusive?
Right, that women. Okay, so what about the men that act like women? Because we got men that's out here
Are they
that
men?
act like women.
I don't think they're men though.
Okay,
But
well,
they're
what we
acting
gonna
like
call
a
them?
woman.
What we gonna call
I'm saying,
them?
what do you mean? Like, are you saying they act like women? They would
Because
use
if
that
you
same
say
thing
the
against
mass
you?
majority is the women that has the slicker tongue, was that basically what you're saying?
No,
Or
no.
the-
I asked the
that's-
question,
He asked the
and it
question,
was
hold
answered that women are more verbally abusive.
Right. Okay, and I said,
Right.
what about the men that act like women? If women
Shit,
are
they
the
probably
more,
are bitch ass.
so
Right,
that's what,
yes.
So,
Bitches,
so
that's
this my
what it
thing.
is.
Does it really got a gender on it?
Yes,
That's
it
why
does.
it
Or
Because
is just some real
We
I think
said-
it depends.
But here's the thing: we said
I
we
think
said
it's-
more.
I think
We
it's some
said
bitch ass
who's more verbally abusive was the question.
Right.
I think
It's-
it depends.
But I mean,
it depends.
so-
men and women. I just think it's that
All right.
type
It
of
depends
people.
on that individual.
So,
Those
so let me ask
individuals
y'all
in
this.
situation.
All right.
That's
Let's
a
say-
good one. I like
since
that.
since we gonna do that, then. All right. Let me ask you this: do you think you've ever said something to a man that you've been dealing with to hurt his feelings?
Intentionally
Yes.
or unintentionally?
Both.
Nah, just
Either.
look.
Unintentionally,
Yes, I
emotions
have.
wise, because sometimes I feel like I can have my little trigger moment, and I'm like, damn, I didn't mean to do that.
But it's like a defense mechanism.
Right.
Yes,
You
yes,
know you
yes.
can hurt him that way.
Truthfully, I'm just not that type of person. I don't do stuff like that. Now I'm an honest
Has it ever
person.
happened though? Is what I asked.
Honest, I like that.
There
No,
we
that's
go.
what I was
There we
gonna
go.
say.
Wait.
hold
That
on,
just
hold
changed
on.
it all around.
No, the question was,
Mhm.
have you ever?
And that's what I was heading to. Like, I'm an honest person, so if I did, it wasn't intentionally. Like, we were probably having an honest conversation, and I'm telling you the honest truth of how I feel, respectfully though.
Mhm.
But I never was into like disrespecting my man and making him feel low. Like,
Mhm.
that's not my thing.
And that's where the unintentional comes in, because, like I said,
Listen,
honesty can be really brutal, and people can be really sensitive to you.
But when I
Can I
say
ask y'all this?
respectfully though,
I
I'm
want a man
not
to be
being
honest with me.
disrespectful about it.
Let me ask y'all
I do.
this.
Even
You,
if it
you
hurts.
said
Yes,
unintentionally,
Yeah.
tell
right?
me the truth.
Unintentionally.
Be
Unintentionally.
transparent.
You've probably done it, but unintentionally,
Yeah.
right? You've probably done it unintentionally,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I think we
You-
all done
I've
it.
done it intentionally and unintentionally.
Right. So let me ask y'all this: Is it okay for a
'Cause you
man
did it
to
to me.
unintentionally slap the shit out you?
No.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it
It's
wouldn't
Right.
be okay
It's
for
the
not
same
the same
thing.
thing.
It
Right.
is. Abuse
It's
is-
emotionally and then
abuse
it's
is abuse.
physical.
Remember what we just said?
Right.
Abuse is abuse. Verbal
Right.
abuse
And physical abuse
hurts
is the same
more
thing.
a lot of times than physically.
Yeah,
It
it does,
does.
and it does.
So
It
he'll remember that for the rest of his life. You might not even remember getting the shit slapped out of you. You might it
Oh,
might
you
hurt
gonna
for a
remember,
second,
but yeah.
but is it gonna, you gonna still feel it?
Nah.
Okay,
That's
now
what
when
I'm
you
saying.
say that, like I've said something, I was being honest. Like he made it to where it's like, okay, I want you to tell me the truth. I'm not gonna feel away.
Mhm.
Blah blah blah. Okay,
I don't
cool.
think nobody should ever get that angry.
No, he didn't get angry.
So
and,
when
like,
you
We'll try this,
understand
bro.
what
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
said,
Go ahead. So you're pretty
Say
much
less.
saying
Let me
he
see what
tried
you
to
talking about.
make you say something. saying that he wasn't going to get mad, but
Yeah, and like
You did.
he felt the way, and it's like I thought this was a safe space, and we was being honest. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he was just disrespectful, like, oh, you said this and that. It just
What's that? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It hit him where it hurt. And it was like, it wasn't my intentions. I was just being honest.
That's what I'm saying.
and
Like,
as long as
honesty,
you
though.
told him
I
that,
want honesty.
he was just being sensitive because at the end of the day, so was that your? Were you in a relationship?
Man,
Yeah.
She was about to say
I
partner.
Right. She learned it now.
Hey, you did change my perspective
that.
on
I
it.
like
Right.
She said, what you want? A relationship?
Yes.
Right.
and I fuck with you for that because you changed my
definitely.
perspective on that.
Because words mean
It
things. and we
has
wanna
power.
also-
Words have
Yeah,
power.
You know, you
We was
want
in a
to
relationship.
make sure that it's understood. Because here's my thing: if you saying it constantly, partner, then you're going to treat them as such. But if you say, wouldn't you rather refer to him as my man?
Yeah, or
It's a-
My
it's-
man.
this is my lady, this is my girlfriend. You know, this.
If he introduced you at the Christmas party, yeah, this is my partner. They're gonna be like,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Now, you know, I had a problem with that. You know, I did have a
all
problem
right, let's
with
do a dance break. Come on.
that. That was one of the biggest problems I had dealing with like being in business a little bit.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about my relationship now, but
Yeah.
I've been in certain relationships where I were in business, and they did refer me as, oh, this is my business partner.
what you mean? That's what we're doing? You feel me?
I said, we don't need to do that because if you're doing that, are you hiding me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you don't play with my presence?
It's the poke that he
Yeah,
made.
because when I walk in rooms, personally, I know who I am.
Yeah.
When I walk in rooms, my eyes turn. Energy is felt, and I know that. So for you to say that, they like, this guy? Him?
That's it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
sure? He's just your business partner?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then people know that. They be like, you sure? You talking about DeMarcus?
Yeah. That's what I'm. And see, that's what
What?
I'm saying.
And
so
we'll tweak.
We gotta be careful with those
Right.
words because the way we use them
Mhm.
dictate the way we treat that person. You know what I'm saying? I'll never be like, oh, this is my partner talking about my wife. You serious?
Nah.
This is my queen, my gold right here. You
Right.
feel me?
But some
Like,
people do have to learn
like-
that
I
too.
Do you get a real title though if you're not a wife or a husband? Because to me, honestly, I don't feel like you have no title if you're not a wife or a husband. That's just me personally. If we're talking for real,
But if you
talking
see
real.
life with this
I mean,
person,
I get it, but like the real term when you to society when you go do your paperwork and all that, you are a single man. Single man.
right?
Put that shit
Technically,
on paper.
technically,
Look, look.
right.
But I'm just saying though, wife and husband. Come on, man. Stop making people baby mamas. I'm the advocate for that. No more baby mama and all
Right.
that. Put
With
that
all
to the
that.
side
Right.
and
With
all
all
that.
that.
Come on, man.
Yes.
You with that girl for 10, 15, 20 years. Don't you think it's about time you marry her? Like,
You right.
what you waiting on?
but this is what I'm saying to
just
your
want to
point
throw
with
that
that. Yes, you still give them a better title than partner. If
Right.
it's
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
somebody, because you don't go to a job interview, you know what I'm saying, not expecting to get the job, right?
Right.
So when you're in a relationship, if you want somebody, if you want to be a wife, you want to be a husband, you're auditioning, right? You're
Mhm.
acting that way, so you want to treat it as such. You want to act like you already got the job to
Right.
get the job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to be like, yeah, this is my woman, this is my man, until it's my husband or wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to project that because that's, if you working for something, that's what you want. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You want to, you talked about hooping, right?
Right.
You want to be a winner, you're going to operate as such.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be a
Mhm.
champion, you're going to operate as such.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Before you
So-
even get it,
Yeah,
you gotta be a
'cause
champion.
you
It's in the
gotta
mindset.
visualize it.
It's
a
the mindset.
really.
And that
Yeah.
also means do not be out here telling people, oh, this is my wife or this is my husband. You out there doing fugazi shit. And everybody else in the world know you out here doing fugazi shit. So everybody's looking like,
Like
wife
what?
where?
I'm curious.
Husband
Like
where?
what?
I'm
Now
just
I can
like,
talk on that
what?
too because
It happens
I
in the
realize
world.
in the industry that I'm in,
Mhm.
it happens a lot.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh, you got this girl at home that's being pampered this and that, but you out in the streets and everybody know what you got going on, and that's not something you supposed, especially not. It's not something you supposed to bring your girlfriend or wife into.
No, you
And
shouldn't
she
be in it at all.
at all, but it happens because life is what life is, and that's what
know
it.
what you mean by life is what life is.
Because-
What I'm saying is if you're saying this is your girlfriend,
Mhm.
this is my wife, this is my woman, you supposed to present yourself as such from the moment you step the fuck out to the moment you bring your black ass back
Right.
inside of the house. Now, with that being said, now don't go across town over here
Mhm.
and you over there messing with Rashida and all that shit in that motherfucking ATL,
But
and
that-
your girlfriend and your wife
but-
is in Chicago laid up and
but
then she get a
that's what
phone
I'm
call.
saying.
So what I'm
Like-
saying,
mhm.
man, who the fuck gonna respect your title and you not acting that way?
Right.
Period. So all I'm saying is, if you got a girlfriend, if you got a wife, act as such.
Right.
Nobody gonna respect your title if you're not respecting it. Is what I'm saying.
And I was agreeing with that.
Closed doors.
Mhm.
Closed doors. Closed doors. You have to.
Them closed doors become open. Ain't no closed doors.
Exactly, ain't no closed doors.
No, exactly. But that's, or let's say behind another
For
door.
real,
you
though.
you
Real
gotta
shit.
still keep that respect for that person that is still not around. Because
Mhm.
I notice it's a lot of people that when they're the person that they're in a relationship with, they will project a whole different person from what they are over here.
Mhm.
And that's where trust issues be coming. Because say if you get a text from this person saying, "Oh, is this your person? They're out here doing this, that, and that," and then you ask them, and they're like, "Nah, this is not what happened."
Right.
So that's where trust starts coming in.
Right.
You know, like you said, act in such
Mhm.
if you want to claim this person.
Right. And what I was saying, the reason why I said life is life, is because some people are like that's some people normal lives where they keep their home in private and keep their girl at home in private and then go outside and act act a totally different way. That's why I was getting at. I ain't saying that's right, but
Is in like, okay, you can go outside and party. That's
nah,
fine. But
some people go outside and be single. Yeah.
You can't do
Let me
that.
ask y'all
Because who's
this
gonna
though.
respect you as a man?
They're not. I'm just saying that's
Oh my
what
God.
happens in life.
So
That's
look,
what goes on.
Let me ask y'all this though.
Mhm.
Now, what if it's a scenario where what's understood don't need to be explained between those two people?
That's
That's
something
they.
you would
That's
never know.
they. That's what I said.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
You
life
can't
is like.
never
Some
know.
people go through that,
That's what
or
I'm
they
saying.
have
You
that. They have that type
you
of
never know if
relationship.
that person is okay with that. You never know.
Because here's the thing. Something that I always say is, you know what I'm saying, if they're okay, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't dictate what going on in somebody else's house.
I agree.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some people might not give a fuck. There's a lot of women out here don't give a damn.
Yeah, especially
As
paying
long as
bills and doing this,
they're
doing that.
taking
They
care
don't
of.
care.
They don't
You
care.
not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you have to honestly let people do them and let them worry about what's going on in their household. Because you got all these people that, you know what I'm saying, which kind of leads me to my next point, but you got all these people, I'm not never doing 50-50 and I'm not this and I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's certain shit that come with that.
Oh, it definitely.
You know what I'm
does.
saying? Like if you being completely taken care of, you gonna question him all the time. Shit, then you gonna be paying your own bills 100% somewhere else. There's gonna be another motherfucker in there getting taken care of.
And
So it's like you have to pick your poison. What do you want? You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
believe in 50-50. I don't believe in
Shit, I'm the
50-50,
real
but look,
winner.
I
Hold on,
believe,
wait.
but look, listen to this though.
He's
Listen,
talking about what you just.
I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in 80-20. 10-60.
1060. The numbers don't.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay. Y'all know, look.
I thought you was gonna cook.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm thinking too far ahead. I'm just trying to get to the point. But what I'm trying to say is, it could be 50-50, but it's always gonna be different. This person
But
might
what-
not have it. They
right.
might have it partially, but you can have the rest of it.
But I'm saying, why don't you believe in 50-50? I'm curious.
Because it could be a different ratio every time.
But I mean, what do you? But saying I
I
don't
see
believe in it
50-50
is
as
saying
in
like
going
I'm
half.
not with it.
Going half every time. 50-50 is half every single time.
So my thing is 50-50 is we gonna be 100% regardless, right? I just need you when I need you. I need you.
That
When
part.
you need me, I'm gonna be there for you. That's what 50-50 means to me.
Okay.
It don't mean, oh, I'm paying all the bills here and you just taking care of this. This is like, nah. When I need you, I need your half. When you need me, I need your
No,
half.
and that's what I mean by
Mhm.
different
I
ratio.
agree.
All right.
I
Right.
just feel like when a relationship got goals, ain't no numbers. 'Cause
It's
the
really
goal is
not.
the goal.
Yeah.
Like fuck them numbers. We
Right.
got to
Each
get
other.
here.
Yeah.
This is
We
where
got
the
each
fuck
other.
we going.
Right.
Cause
And that's what I'm
mean,
saying, different ratio.
And I wouldn't
It's-
even care if my man making more than me. It's the goal at the end of the day for
Exactly.
me. So if the relationship ain't got no goals, then it's gonna be problems with 50-50 and numbers and all that shit come
And-
up.
and-
When
and-
ain't nobody got no real goals, ain't nobody going no fucking
Right.
where they
That's what
stuck.
I'm saying.
Right.
So they stuck on numbers. But
Right.
when you got a goal, ain't no numbers.
When it's
Ain't
time
no
to
But
stand
then,
on
that's what I'm saying. The
business,
ratio brings that all
Mhm.
out. The 50-50 is half and half. That's how I see it.
Mhm.
So I think
just
that's
don't
stand
see
on
no numbers
business
is-
when it's time to stand on business
You know,
and
yeah,
have
we
each
got
other back.
shoes, trying to do
That's
this,
it.
got this,
Right,
this,
right.
we
Trying to
get
get here.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah.
there.
So look,
You gotta get
I'm
there.
glad that y'all even took that kind of stance on it, because my thing is this, right? We know, we look at statistics. We know right now, black women make up the most educated, you know what I'm saying,
Group of
right
women.
now, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying now.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, yeah. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Eh?
Right? But I will say this, that's not always a good thing. because
Wow.
they also make up the most because they also make up the most student loan debt
That and divorces.
and divorces.
Right.
And but that's kind of
Yeah,
off to
yeah.
the side.
Right.
But I
Sorry.
mean
Can't make
that
it
makes up
mass
the
up.
most student loan debt, and then
Right.
also they're still paid less. At
Yes.
least. You know what I'm
Yes, they
saying?
are.
So it's just like the certificates that we're getting are not worth the paper they printed on
No.
in some scenarios.
Oh,
Right.
wait, is
You know
it?
what I'm saying? So we have to, we got to
Man, it
gauge
is,
that. You know what I'm saying?
now
Like
you
real
say
talk.
that, yeah.
It's like what Kanye was saying. You know what I'm saying? About his degrees hanging on the wall.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's that kind of mind
Right.
frame.
My
So
father has 4 degrees, but he's broke.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Like-
So that's something we have to think about, and it's always like, where do we go from there? You know what I'm saying? We have to think about what's best, and if we're gonna have all these degrees and be these business women, then why don't you want to contribute to the household that you want to build with a man? Like,
Right.
what are you going to get these degrees and these businesses for? What are you going to do with your money while he busting his ass every day, all day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that I always wonder when I hear, all these women, I got this and I got that and I got my own, I'm independent. So if you're independent and all that, why is it a problem for a man to come in and take care of half of that for you?
Right.
You know what's so crazy is? This
Mhm.
my stance on that shit. I'm not looking for that shit at all. Because number one, I got it all. See, did I not tell you I have a problem with letting the man help? I'm the one that got the problem with letting the man help. So I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do when the fuck I want to do it. And ain't nobody going to tell me shit. See, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what do
'Cause it
you
does sound like a
so
problem.
so what answer what answer do you have for a woman that's like, okay, well, this is what I want. I'm gonna do it. I got it. I'm working hard for it, and I'm not looking for a man to do that shit. Shout out to my pops because he taught me how to be independent. Now,
Right.
I do know how to step back a little bit and allow a
Right.
man, but it's like I don't know. I just got this thing on me where it's like if he fall, I gotta have something.
Right.
So
It
ain't no
should be that way.
50-50 in
Would it-
my head because it's
Can-
like
Let me ask
I'm working to, if
Hmm.
that man lost everything today, what the fuck would I have? I'm not thinking of just having 50-50. I'm thinking about having the whole bowl just in case I might need to have every fucking thing.
Right.
for y'all or for yourself?
For yourself, right? Oh, that's the
First of all, I'm a single woman. I have no kids.
no,
but
no,
for the
no.
future
We're not talking-
of
no,
the
no,
no, we're
future-
talking about if you're in the
in the
position of
scenario
relationship.
that you brought up.
Right.
Yes.
You said if this man lost everything,
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm good or y'all good.
No, we good.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay.
So
No,
that's
yeah.
that's
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 different.
better. That's
That's
something
what
that
I'm.
we
That's,
want.
that's what I'm saying.
that's-
That's what I'm thinking about.
Right.
That's what I would think about.
And that's my thing because I always talk about it. One thing that we see a lot, women in our community, right? You know what I'm saying? A woman is taught she wants to go get her degree, she wants to make her bag and this so she can be independent and take care of herself.
Right. I'm not to cut you off, but
Mhm.
I think black women, and I'm not trying to be this and that. I think black women are taught that.
Yeah.
Other races aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Hey, we need to go get it something to make sure that our household is taken
Mhm.
care of. And I keep coming
What kind of
past.
black women have you been across?
What you
Listen,
mean?
Because I ain't been.
Oh,
through
I
that
got
way.
a lot of sisters.
But I mean-
so,
I got a lot of sisters
but
too. Look,
they
hold on.
All we know
understand.
is each other.
Time out.
Mhm.
Time out.
Everybody.
I will.
like
I will
that.
tell.
I
I
like
don't know
I like
about
No, I'm just
myself.
saying.
Listen,
Me and my
time out.
sisters raised
I
each
will.
other.
Look, I will tell you.
I'm sorry.
You have come off very much so independent. I'm gonna do me.
All right.
That's what I'm
No.
saying. So, but wait, let me finish my
Mhm,
point. Right.
mhm.
What I was saying was, women are taught, I want to get it so I can be independent.
Mhm.
A man is taught, I want to get it so I can take
Take-
care of my
yeah.
family.
Right.
It's very different. You know
Because
what I'm
I was
saying?
raised that way. I was raised around a lot of strong black independent women who do
Mhm.
for themselves. And it's like, if don't nobody do it, you better be able to do
And,
it.
Right.
and that's the thing.
So that's
Mhm.
fine, but I want a man to be able to do
Mhm.
it too. But just in case he can't, I still gotta.
Right.
If we like that,
Right.
you know what
I
I'm
think-
saying? So
Exactly.
I think that independent mindset really comes from how you grew up.
Yes.
Not a lot of people grew up with two parents.
Right.
You
Mhm.
know, and sometimes not with any parents. So it's like you really have to think for yourself. And like she said, siblings sometimes raise each other, and that's where the independency just skyrockets.
Right.
So that's where you don't want to accept help. And me personally, I don't like accepting help. It's just I got a good heart, but at the same time, I don't care to depend on nobody because at the end of the day, the way I grew up, I had to get it on my own.
Mhm.
Was kicked out at 17. You know, I had to get my first house at 18. I had no choice. You know, it was a struggle, but now, thinking from now and then, it's like, damn, I really did all this shit myself.
Right.
No help, no nothing.
How do you turn that energy down? You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you turn down that mindset of I gotta get it, I'm gonna get it on my own? Because
It's-
that's all.
I don't think it can.
So
I
I
think
don't think it can be turned down.
I think it can. Because I believe
yeah,
when the
think it
right
can
man
be.
comes around you and
Mm-hmm.
he changes your dynamic of how you thinking,
Yeah.
and he's actually there generally
right
to
man.
help you. Yes, it's always about the right person. It's not
Yeah.
about people. It's about the right person and everything, and also the right people that are around you. But once that person comes around, you're gonna have to turn all that stuff down.
That
You gonna get in your
understands you,
feminine-
though.
You gotta
That
get in your
understands
feminine
you.
You
energy.
gonna get in your
Yes.
feminine
You're gonna be
energy.
like,
You know what's crazy?
right.
It's gonna
Mhm.
be easy though when
when
it
y'all
happens.
say that, look,
What, feminine energy?
yeah, because
Yeah.
you know it's funny. Listen, I've never sat and told a man, you know what I'm saying, or told anybody that, man, I can't wait till a woman come around and put me in my maximum energy.
Ain't
You
no
feel
man
me?
saying that.
That's what I'm saying. That's how
Oh,
crazy
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
this sound look crazy,
It's
but
crazy.
we do
Like-
understand
It's
from
more
what it
of a
is.
survival mode. I
Right.
don't think
Yes.
it's femininity or your manhood or nothing. I just think it's more of a survival
Yeah.
mode because men and women have experienced that.
Yes.
So
I'm
when
in
we
my
say
feminine
feminine,
energy until
when we
she
say
come
feminine,
around and make me masculine.
Yeah.
Y'all look at that nigga like a fool.
we,
Right.
we're not
Like,
literally
buddy,
saying be feminine, but just take a step back.
Right.
That's what we say.
And let that
Taking
man
a step
lead.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
And I, like I said, I understand that, but you have to, like, especially when you get older, most women that are independent, when you actually sit there and listen to them,
They
they're gonna
hate
be
it.
like, man, I hate it.
They hate it.
I ain't got.
I do. Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I do hate it, but I have no choice.
You do have a choice.
I do have a choice, yes. But at the end of the day, it's not a lot of people out here that you can find on the same page as you. It is not a lot.
First of all,
Maybe-
we're sitting
hold
around
on.
waiting for that.
Well, also the Bible says you don't supposed to
I'm
find it.
saying,
That's
like,
the problem.
You're supposed to be
You're
doing
supposed
your
to let
job.
it come
You're supposed
to
be
you,
doing- exactly,
yeah.
You're supposed to be doing your job.
Yeah.
You know.
And let that
When
come to
can't
you.
depend on
But
nobody.
don't be so hard.
Yeah.
Don't allow your struggle and the things that you've been through to make you so hard. And I have to learn that myself.
No, no,
So
no.
I'm not saying this with you.
Right, 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 right.
You know, like by you being your struggles and all that, it naturally makes you that way. And then we don't see it. But then when I get around other people and they just be like, oh, you're just so sweet, you're so kind. They don't even know what the fuck I done been through.
Right.
But when I'm on the outside, like in the clubs and all that, I'm a different persona. But when I'm
Yes.
at work, I'm a different person.
Yes.
Now when you got a mate, you're a different person.
Right.
Like literally. So going back to the whole mate thing, your mate should be able to see all of you.
Right.
And that's where
Like
you
all of
that's
you.
where you will be able to tell if somebody really is for you. Because
Right.
if they're not able to handle you angry, sad, you know, even sometimes happy, if they're not able to handle it, that's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Alright.
you gotta be able, like, you gotta allow, when something is good, you gotta allow it to be good. A lot of times people be
Right.
sabotaging their own situations, trying to have that,
Trick they self
I
out
don't
they
need
bag.
nobody energy, and it's just like, damn, chill. Like,
Yeah.
You
Right.
right here.
All right, y'all, it's 8:30. We're gonna take this quick break. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Back after